Do you have clients who want to be competitive, but they lose to players that they should be beating? What I want to do is share with you a simple way you can coach them that gives them dramatic results very quickly and will give them more wins and more confidence in just 1 hour of coaching. I have to warn you that it goes against almost everything you've been taught about what makes a player successful, but results like this can't be ignored. When I first became a coach, I loved working with my clients who wanted to compete. They were always more exciting to work with than those who were playing to get fit or playing to just have fun. But I found even when they wanted to compete, the players would often lose games against opponents that really they should have beaten. And I would help them analyse their results, and I became obsessed with the numbers. And I very quickly realised the secret to winning was not in how many times they practiced a stroke, or even in the mindset that they had. It was about what happened in the individual games and individual points. And in this video, I want to share with you exactly what it is that I discovered. I found that if you can coach your player to return serve successfully and then get their second shot in, they're 7 times more likely to win the game. Winning the game has nothing to do with repetition or technique. It has everything to do with understanding the strategy and the tactics that they need to adopt. And it's so simple to teach that you will create visible, tangible results in a single lesson with your players. I know when I started coaching, there was no real support or new training from any of the associations because I think they're so controlled by politics, and this absolutely paralyzes them. And they can't bring out anything new because they're terrified that it's going to be pulled apart by professionals. But that's not really the heart of the matter. I think the real problem is that because they're paralyzed, they don't teach anything new. They should be there to help develop your skills and enable you to pass them on to your players. But that's not what they're doing. You're left to figure it all out on your own and get stuck doing the same as the other coaches around you. And it's really impossible to stand out as a coach. And this is the reason nearly every coach charges the same money. There's no difference in the perceived value, in this case, the results that they can deliver for their clients. I think the only way to stand out as a coach is to learn skills which can transfer immediately to your clients so that they improve and start winning more consistently. Imagine how your reputation would skyrocket if you did that. Because every other coach is the same. Players who want to be competitive would actively seek you out because they recognize that you have the skills and knowledge that they want. Suddenly, you become more in demand, and the more success your players have, the more money they're going to be willing to spend to access your coaching. The days of only coaching the ladies who lunch will be over, and you're going to fall back in love with tennis all over again. The good news for you is that you can change, or you can create that change in your coaching instantly. Nathaniel is a coach who's been working with the art of winning and is applying tactics like the first 4 game strategy. The biggest question I'm asked is, look, Dan, how is this possible? we've all been taught that practice makes perfect. So how can I transform someone's game so fast? And my answer, it's very simple. I show them the data, because the data never lies. And look, it's not complex data either. If you look at any match, you'll see that 70% of points are over within the first 4 shots. And that's the same all the way from the top players down to club players. And if you can get your players to return serve and get their next shot in, the data proves that they are highly likely to win the point. And any player can get their head around that. It's an easy concept for them to grasp and makes match day a far less distressing affair for them. Instead of worrying about the whole match and what it is they need to do, they get their focus straight on those first 2 shots and nothing else. And suddenly they realise they can do that. It's easy. And then we show them how the first strike sequence works and how to make that possible. And the best thing is that the first strike sequence can be taught in one single lesson. You can have an immediate impact on their game. And I've always been competitive myself, and I love helping people to win, which is precisely why I became a coach. But over the years, I've started to be worn down by people saying that they just wanted to hit a ball around, or who came just like 2 weeks before Wimbledon. And look, that just wasn't me. And every day was just a repetition of the last, but it was just with different people. One day, I had the fortune to meet a player called James, he loved to compete, but he confessed like he was afraid of looking stupid. And I took him aside and I walked him through this process. And I showed him that in a match, the first 4 shots are all that really matter, because 70% of points finish within these first 4 shots. But nobody practices them, and then they wonder why they lose. So I taught James the first strike sequence. It's a simple, repeatable and easy to teach system which focuses on what to do with those critical first 2 shots. Instantly, he felt more confident because he was no longer worrying about the whole match. Instead, he was able to focus on something small, specific, which he knew he could do. Just those 2 shots. And of course he asked, well, what if the point goes on for longer past those 2 shots? So I said, all you need to do then is to reset and do the 2 shots again. Everything we teach our coaches revolves around the number 2. So get 2 shots in, reset, then the next 2 shots in. And once they've done that, they can focus on winning 2 points in a row, and then 2 games in a row. We break it down so it's simple and it's easy to learn. And there's a reason we teach this to 4 and 5-year-olds. Other coaches started asking, Dan, how are you getting these results? And they wanted me to teach them. So what I did was I gathered this data and information together into a simple short course for them so that they could understand how the system works, along with a specific tactics to coach their players to win. And I came up with this idea. Imagine what it would feel like having your players start to win. You know how fast a reputation like that can grow. You know, it really does spread like wildfire. and it attracts competitive players to you because they know that you can show them the secrets that they are desperate to learn. And in the course, I go into depth on the 8-point execution plan. And that's a complete overview of the four game strategy. So in module 1, we look at the principles, and these are the basics of using the Art of Winning system. Then in module 2, we look at transforming the practice core. In module 3, we look at the specific tactics that are needed to win. And in module 4, we look at momentum and how you can build on this really transformative concept. Module 5, we look at how to spot surrender in your opponent. And then in module 6, we look at how do we close the door on the player, and how do we deal with their recovery, which inevitably will come. And then we have a bonus module, which is how do we play the 5th game? Specifically about not letting your opponent back in, using McEnroe's approach. When you have this, you're going to find that you're going to fall back in love with the game. Your players are going to be really engaged and excited about their lessons because they know they have a secret weapon that can help them win. Competitive players will seek you out, as will other coaches, because nobody out there is doing anything really innovative. What you're about to get is the 4-match strategy, and that's valued. The first 4 game strategy, which is valued at $47. Plus, when you buy it now, I'm going to throw in the special bonus completely free. It's called How to Play the 5th Game, and it will give you a way for your players to handle the momentum swings in their matches so they remain confident and they don't crumble. Normally, I sell this package for $47, but as a thank you for signing up and joining the Art of Winning family, if you want to buy it today, you can get it all today for just one single payment of $17. What you need to do is fill out your details below this video and then click the green button. I want you to know that there's zero risk for you with this. If you find it doesn't work for you or your players, I'll back it up with 100% money back guarantee that over the next 30 days, if for any reason you want a refund, you just drop my team a message or give them a call and we'll politely give you a full refund. But remember, when you actually go through this course, the biggest thing you're going to notice is that you have something brand new to teach. It's not going to be right for all of your players, but the ones that want to be competitive are going to love you for it. They will have instant confidence to start winning matches and grow your reputation. But you need to act fast. I'm only going to sell a small number at this price. So if you come back and the price has risen to the normal $47, please don't be surprised because, look, I only work with action takers. What you need to do now is to fill out your details below and click the green button to place your order, and you'll immediately receive an email with your login details so you can start to go through the training and transform your players. And I will see you on the other side.